Hello and welcome to another night of streaming. Tonight I will be playing on lead drafts again. Not with a dedicated goal, not a tournament I want to play or a sim I want to give. I will just see how it goes, go with the flow. I'd like to show you a little bit of what is possible on this website. What you see now is the home screen of the website. I will check if you can actually see my cursor. Might be handy. Should be able to see it. First of all, I will show you how to play a game. As you can see here in the lobby, there are already some games I can join, but it doesn't happen all the time that there is such an opportunity. In the left you can see there are at the moment over 250 players online and 75 games in play. That's quite a lot, quite nice. On the right you can either create a game in which you can choose the rules, standard, even Frisian drafts, Frisk anti-drafts and breakthrough drafts. I will maybe come to that in another video. You can choose time control or even unlimited time, whether you want to play for rating or not, and which color you'd like to play. If you add people to your friends list, you can also directly challenge them here. Or you can play against Scan. This is I think the strongest drafts program at the moment, and you can play against 8 different levels, from which the 8th level is really strong, and I have had a really tough time beating it. I'm not really sure if I even ever managed to do that. Might be interesting to try for a video someday. If you're watching, say hi. If you'd like to play against me, also let me know. There are some ideas. But as you can see now, the lobby is empty, and then the most usual way to play a game is to check the tournaments which are being played right now. Here I can go to tournament. And here is a schedule in which it's shown what tournaments are currently being played. So at the moment there is a choice of 6 tournaments: the hourly Hippo Bullet Arena, hourly Super Blitz Increment Arena, daily Frisian Arena, weekly Frisk Arena, Cumpleaños David Ramirez RD Arena, Doctorom Friske Boeken Arena. So actually 3 of these tournaments are in Frisian drafts. I'll not play that this time. I'll just try and choose one of these tournaments. Cumpleaños David Ramirez has already started a while ago, but it has the most participants, so perhaps it's the most interesting one to join, and I will go and play there. Games are 2 minutes plus 2 seconds, which is rather quick indeed. I will share maybe my live stream in the chat a bit later. First I will join. In the chat I can see Portuguese or Spanish, I'm not really sure, so perhaps it's Brazilian players. I also don't know. Perhaps David Ramirez is from the Dominican Republic. That RD stands for Dominican Republic. here's my first game against Super Gracias. If I pronounce it correctly. Good luck. I'll try to share the link to my stream, so actually people know that I'm streaming. All right. Super Gracias sounds like a Polish name to me, due to the double CZ, but might be wrong. For 126, bit of a strange move, making the connection between 26-28. And the previous exchange, I removed the Olympic formation, this one, or extended to this one if you like to. You can see why it's called Olympic formation, which is can be very important in classics. Now I can make a ricochet shot or a ping pong combination. I don't know how you would like to call it. In Dutch we say kaatsinzet. Because now this piece jumps to the next one, and I win 2 pieces, I guess. Oh, 1 so far, but already this one as a bonus. Okay, well played. So maybe we can play a lot of games and actually fight for the first places. For that I'll need to win a lot. Already quite behind, so may not be realistic, but let's see how far we can go. El Increíble, a good game. Sounds like a Spanish name. And I think the drafts players who speak Spanish are mainly from Middle America. Countries like Dominican Republic, Honduras as well. And I also know even about some draft players in Cuba. Don't know if I'm missing any example. This is actually a good temporary sacrifice in this opening. Let me think what I can do. I'd rather not go to 25, but then I have to close here. Yes, threatens to attack, to take a combination. Yeah, 29, 24 could be interesting to play a bit of a surrounding. Doesn't look very promising, but something I can try. It's more ambitious at least than just changing this piece, and I can do that later. Should be careful not to lose it, but I guess I can stall for a while. I could try to lock piece 10, but it's hard to see whether 14-19 will always be prohibited, so let's not go to 25 if I don't need to. Basic plan is to go here. Don't have much time, so I should play faster. Now anytime I can attack or change back or change forward. Even weight. Maybe the weight is the best. Really interesting position. But I don't have time to think. Can take the attack myself. I'm not sure whether this will end well. Oh, this actually simply loses a piece. Perhaps it doesn't, maybe I'm lucky. Now he can do it and then go to 25. Well, that was too risky. Can go there. Perhaps I should at least get back this piece temporarily. I need to hurry. Oh, I even didn't make it in time. Well, my opponent played really well there. And that's surprising. For me, I wonder who this player is. And this temporary sacrifice is a nice one indeed. Yes, 29-24 was a bit risky strategy. And perhaps here I better change, or in the next move. Perhaps here I can change. But still the black attack looks really solid. I guess this plan was just too risky. Because I do not really control 27. Okay. Let's try next game. Should say GG, well played. Next one, Cuba. Good luck. Maybe from Cuba? I don't know. I was in touch with David Martes from Dominican Republic, and he told me that they organize two tournaments daily, one at 3 p.m. and 10 p.m. local time, if I'm correct. So this might be one of those tournaments, actually. They're not very well known as in the drafts community, I think, in the international drafts community, because there are not many strong players, as far as, at least we don't see them in international competitions. But I do think that drafts is quite popular, especially also as a game to play on the street. And a friend of mine in Groningen, actually, who's from Honduras, once told me a story about his uncle who's running a taxi company, and how they always used to play drafts whenever taxi drivers didn't have any customers. And it's also on my wish list to once go to Middle America and just play some drafts there. Because I'm sure I will find opponents. Interesting how this game will develop. These 3 pieces should be weak here, but the rest of white's position is quite solid. But he will not be able to remain that solid. This would allow a kind of exchange, which I don't want. Well, it costs 1 piece for white, but it's not so clear. I better wait. Still the same. Perhaps I should just push on 27. Now it's safe to play 9-13. Another plan against this configuration is to go gestem 23-29. Should make sure that white doesn't get too active. But I don't know if I can even prohibit that. Now it's a nice moment to go. And to close here the next move. Because white cannot play 32-28 because of... Oh. He doesn't see that. Yeah, this should be winning. But I think the position already looked quite good. White had to play 39-34 before. Should pay attention that I'm quick enough. Don't have time to think. Can make some pre-moves to win some time, but should be careful with those. Yes, I resigned. See who's on top. Gustoso Palo and Goku 01, against whom I played previously. Next opponent, Boltron 09. Good game. Chigolev opening. Have to choose between the semi 4 o'clock or just center. Let's try semi 4 o'clock for a change. Also doesn't allow. Oh, this is a huge blunder. Yeah, I could see the Boltron has a relatively low rating, but since the website is quite young, you never know what rating tells you. How much you can trust it. This is actually quite interesting way to catch my king. But I'm 5 pieces ahead, so it's game over now. It's a bit more. Yeah, it resigns. Yeah, so playing those quick games is... it's fun because they go very quickly, you get quick results. And even if you lose, there is a clear chance to make up for that, to take revenge. And to come back to playing in Dominican Republic and playing on the street, it means most of the time that these guys are quite good at playing blitz as well. So these kind of tournaments, 2 minutes plus 2 seconds per move, they are ideal for them actually. Soy Guandules. Okay, good luck. Perhaps another Dominican, or don't know where to go. Okay, some semi-open classics. Which is always a very unclear game type. When does it work? When does it not work? Hard to predict. Of course, there are a lot of pieces on this wing, but on the left wing. But the position is tricky. And actually I believe that if black occupies square 21, he loses a lot of his flexibility and should benefit white. White's idea is to weaken the flank of black. Black's long wing, as we call it, by changing pieces there and threatening with the move 33-29 mainly. Now it doesn't amount to anything, so I better wait. Another waiting move. This is actually prohibited, so I should be careful. But now every time 33-29 is a serious move. Black lacks a piece on 9 for some stability. Okay, let's wait one more move, and then I can change back. 23-28 is allowed, but helps me develop. Doesn't go for that. That's nice. Don't know, 35 or 44, but this looks nice. Next move, perhaps go 33-29. No, it's very interesting. Okay. Black also plays it in a principal way, very aggressive. Don't see any combination, so I have to go here. But that's part of the plan, weakening the wing. There is a combination. I guess I can take it. The square 5. Piece on 34 will also go to king, but endgame should be good for me. Because he has trouble making a king. Try to gain one piece here. Only need to be very careful when it comes to time. Well, actually, the king was more expensive than I thought, and now I'm in big trouble. Didn't pay attention there. I need a miracle. Cannot catch my king right now, but 27-31. Doesn't go for it, but he has what to do. Maybe can play with one piece less, although there's no real compensation. Yeah, I just saw the king combination in a split second. Decided to go for it, but didn't realize that it cost actually one piece. Okay, should try to get at least a king. Yeah, we'll see. Okay, looks absolutely hopeless, but let's see. Yeah, now we can win immediately. Catches my king. Okay, I think we had a good position, but then it was a very wrong decision to take this king position, to take this king shot. So let's see. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I forgot about the fact that 35-30 cost me one more piece. That's why it was. I gave 6, took 5. First idea was to go to 24 now. Black has many holes, so it's looks very good for white. Pity. So what I should do is talk less and play faster. I am playing against Yusu. It's cool. A good game. Don't know who Yuzu is or where he's from. It's not stated in his profile. Play some sharp variations. Is this interesting? Must be. 1621 usually. Basically, it's a good idea to have an attacking position rather than a surrounding position in Blitz, because it's just easier to build your position. But I think this is one of the most promising surroundings you can have. So, of course, I have to choose between a good surrounding and a bad attacking position. Still, the surrounding is preferred, although some players might even disagree on that choice. Do I go to 23, playing 50-45, or want to go central with piece 50? That would mean I need to go to 24 later. I think I can do that. Try to develop some pieces, gain some extra temps. We'll now just play everything central. Doesn't look pretty for white, but who says it should be pretty? And the next move to go 1822. Don't know if that is a problem. Perhaps not. Well, it is very risky for white, but since black also doesn't have piece on 3, there should be some possibilities. Now that I gain control of square 26, these positions actually can be good for white. To wait or to go forward already? Don't have time to think, right? So let's wait. I shouldn't allow this move. Hopefully I can prevent that. I'm not sure. Very sharp position, very interesting. Perhaps now you can go. Attack, he goes there. But actually looks dangerous for him. So he's taking all his time. I think we'll go very quickly now. Now if I can keep my attacking position, I should be fine. 2-7. That's special. Yeah, I should be able to push 13-19. Yeah, this looks very nice for me now. Can only go to 27, so that's my square. Now it looks absolutely winning for me. Only the question how to finish the game. Yeah, this looks good. Resigns. That was quite interesting. The game went to the ideal for me. There was a... yeah, in the end they even developed my ugly piece on 35. We'll be back in a second. Yeah, it might be interesting to have another look at that game. GG, Yuzu. Interesting one. Let's see if I can get that game here. And this already shows the possibility of immediately analyzing your game. And Yuzu, I guess Yuzu already requested a computer analysis. So Scan 3.1 is implemented in the website, and you can ask it for any game that's being played to make an analysis, and it will already show you its the computer's thoughts on the game, and will show you where mistakes were made. So according to the graph, I got my advantage around move 34. After that it went uphill. I also think so. And here it even shows how many inaccuracies, how many mistakes, how many blunders, which are based on how much advantage does one lose with a certain move. It said that I made one blunder and apparently no mistakes or inaccuracies, and Yuzu made some inaccuracies and mistakes, but these are rather computer point of view statements. And they are also shown in line in the notation here. Yeah, so the plan 1621, 1822 was very interesting because it leaves square 26 to white. But it's hard to say whether there's any other strong plan. This move 1823 to move everything towards the center is always possible, but not most interesting. Yeah, and actually here the score was minus 0.2, so meaning better for black. But already after 1822, the computer program prefers white's position, because I guess I obtain control over this square. And this is called an inaccuracy computer prefers 1420, don't know why. Here suddenly he thinks it's equal again. Well, every move matters in these kind of positions, so it could very well be that the score that's shown here is just a superficial indication of the position, and one really needs to analyze to find out what is the best move. Perhaps 37-21 would be good as well. It forces 21-27. I can even play this and it will show in the notation on the right. But I actually didn't see how to continue from here. Can try to see where black made its decisive error. Here scan mentions inaccuracy, best move was 2-8 instead of 4-9. Yeah, I can imagine it's important to keep the piece on 4, and I will show you in a bit later what it is. And after 2-7 the game is lost. I already thought it was a bad move. But after 21-27, 37-31 there are some problems for black because he cannot freely change back because of 24-19 and 33-28, and maybe that's why it was better to play 2-8-13 instead of 4-9-13, because then 2 would be on 4 right now and this king shot wouldn't be possible. Just to show. Which is, I guess, winning for white. Yes, and from this point it was basically game over, as I thought myself as well. Scores well above 1. 1 plus 1 is usually already winning. So yeah, interesting game. Hard to counter this strategy for black. Perhaps it was advisable to somehow develop pieces from this line by playing 1822, for example. Here you can see some more analytics, even move times. So the time it took for each move, you can analyze in which part of the game you spend most time. So here we can see some spikes in the middle game. 29 seconds for this move, and here even 35. And in the end we will play pretty quickly. Cross table, we only played once. Here you can find all your previous results. And here you can export the FEN and PDN files to use in other draft softwares. Okay, let's go back to the tournament. I think it's finished by now. I see some people are watching or listening, so say hi if you are there. Say hi if you want to play against me. Say hi if you want me to do something else. Or say hi if you think it's fine to see me just playing and analyzing. I will look for another tournament, and preferably with some more time to think. So here is 3 plus 0, which is too quick for me. 1 plus 1, which is too quick. And then there are 2 Frisian drafts tournaments. So that's actually nothing for me. What else can I do? Here I can click on all the players to see who is online. And perhaps we can just follow the game of some strong players. Highest rated guy is Kavia. Bullet rating over 200 games is well above 2.3k, which is quite high. As you can see here in the leaderboard, Eisendorn is the leader with 2255, but 2349 is rather higher. I don't know why he doesn't appear there, but let's have a look. Here is the option, if you click his name, to watch his games as well. Let's see if he is playing at the moment. This is just an old game. Perhaps he's analyzing as well. Can I have a look? Black already has a weak piece on 10 here. And don't know what happens here. Just gives away pieces. So that's not the most interesting game. Perhaps another one. Any other strong players online at the moment? I don't know. Also here in the left there is a... You can see who is the highest rated player at the moment, I think, playing. Which is Michael in this case. Against CTD Arnhem. Interesting classical game. White has 1 weak piece on 42. That's why he looks for expansion on square 22 probably. And black actually has the same problem with the piece on 9 and also 15. Now is a double threat. So white might be forced to give a piece. Can change backwards, or he can go to 17 and then it would be attacked. Oh, alright, also this exchange is possible. And now it's interesting actually. Does white have enough moves to play, because he has only a few left remaining. Now there is a shot. 27, 21. Gives 2, gives 3, takes 3, gives 1 and goes to 8 with 1 piece more, which is also indicated here. Yes, nice win. Okay, now we immediately switch to the next top player. This is 5 minutes plus 3 seconds per move game. View tournament. I actually would like to play in this 5 plus 3 tournament. Can I? CTD Arena. It's probably arena for Jazz Club CTD Arnhem. And I can see there's a lot of chat as well. Can I join is the question. I need a password. As you can see here, the there is a small lock here, which means it's logged. Perhaps I can ask for the passwords. Let's see. Would be nice to join actually, because level looks quite high. In order plays against Fugazigur. And as you can see here, they have the berserk sign, which means that you lose half your time and you lose any Fisher bonus seconds. But in case you win, you get a bonus point in the tournament. So you take risk, but if you manage to win, then you will get a bonus point. Here they say they are not too easy with giving me the password, so guess I will look for another tournament. Ask me to pay contribution first. Makes sense, makes sense. I will look for another opponent. So what I can do, for example, is create a game here. Just choose some nice time. What would work? 5 minutes plus 3 seconds. Yes. And I will just open it for any rating. We'll have a look. I also see here is Jol Rob. I can actually join it. 5 plus 5. Perhaps I was too late there. Hi, Jelmer is watching. Hi, Jelmer. Is everything alright? Alright, Simon joined my game. Hi, good luck. Success, you too. Simon also joined in my simultaneous yesterday, and we played 2 interesting games actually. Couldn't finish the first one, but the second one was really interesting. Now it's nice to play some longer games, some serious games. Simon, are you also listening to my stream? Ah, right, I see. He just put in the chat, asked me to play a bit. So yeah, sure. Yeah, Simon's young guy, very talented, very eager to get better. So it's always nice to play against talented people. And I also really like his playing style because always a lot happens in his games. And already now it's an interesting position. Now I wonder whether I should quickly go to 25 and 30 or just to wait. Better wait at the moment. This moment. Since Simon is listening, I will not give away too many plans. Maybe just talk about what happened. It is a nice surrounding position for white because black has this L shape with extra pieces on 6 and 11, and white doesn't have any pieces on the long diagonal. And if you count these 4 pieces for white, they block 6 pieces for black: 27, 22, 17, 11 and 6. So in that way it's an economical kind of lock. But anyway, the battle takes place on the other flank. Who gains the initiative there is usually the winner. Now, just as in my game against Yuzu, that's the question: who gets control over 25? At the moment I might allow black to go there, because I want to wait a bit before I play 30-25, till black doesn't have a nice tempo anymore. So black can freely play this and this, and after that he already has to make a choice after 30-25. Okay, so I'd like to wait one more move, even though 20-25 might be more of a problem than 55, 20-25, 33-29, 9-14. And then the question is, can I go up or not? Go up, he attacks, or maybe can defend that piece. Might be able to do that. Not so clear. Another move 33-29, but it allows 19-24. Don't really think that's a problem, but anyway, there's a combination. If he goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 4. Yeah, I guess I can play like this to still go to 24, and I think he cannot attack at that moment because of 42, 37, 39, 33. After 7-12 I will attack and now Vitesse sent me the answer, the password for the CTD tournament, so I might join there a bit later. Don't know how long they are going to continue, but first I'd like to play some games against Simon. Yeah, now Black has a tough choice to make, either to give up piece 2 and move it kind of in the wrong direction, or to go to 16, which is also a weakening of this position, because 22 becomes a weak point. Alright, is to close, but then I can play 33-29, and Black's left wing is a bit compromised. Okay. Yes, the most logical move. Still, Black can try to expand. Well, in general, White's plan is to move his pieces to the right, so I'm not against this development. And very important is that Black doesn't have this column anymore, 3-9-14, which should give me full control of over 25 for the rest of the game, if I want to. Trying to make some columns to exchange. Black might want to try 17-21. And after 31-26, wait for me. There. Yes, perhaps I could have prevented it by playing first 34-30, then attack. This might be a strong move for Black. Unless I can make a nice shot after here, 2-7-7-12. There perhaps should be something from me. Another idea is just to continue with my original plan. He cannot attack them because 42-38 and 38-42. This does look very interesting. Wonder what he will do. If now he comes, I will play 29-24, which leaves only 11-17 at the moment. But that compromises his position too much, I guess. Okay, still goes for... Now I will show my plan. I think this works. Very interesting situation at the board now. Threatens 39-33 and also 21-16. And yes, this is now it's time for 39-33. Although, yeah, I should have one piece more after this exchange of pieces. Yes, one piece more for me. Alright, still black does have an attack, so should be careful. But with the counter attack on this flank, I should be able to... Yes, and right now this might be nice pseudo forcing or real forcing, I don't know, because I also have this idea. After 23-28, other ideas to 15-10. But taking this combination now might really give up my advantage. I better switch into something else. Just try to attack this wing. Still with the same ideas of combinations to king. But it's hard to decide. Okay, just played his last move, his last piece there. Yeah, resigned. Okay, good game. Let's play again. That was very interesting. Where did it go wrong for black? Well, just 17-21 probably. Ah, Simon moet gaan. Thanks. That's a pity. Then perhaps I should turn to the Arnhem tournament. Can I have another look at the game? Yeah, so I think the black position is lost here. Or there's some interesting trick, but... Yeah, so here there was only 11-17 left. At this moment, sorry. Yeah, for example, after 14-19, I think it's still an interesting battle because black has some ideas to go 17-21, and but still white is very solid with his base defense here and should be able to maintain control of this attack. Okay, thank you for the game. Alright, now I have to find the CTD arena. Jelmer is drinking red wine. Proost. Na zdrowie. Za zdrowie. Properly. Oh, where can I find the CTD arena again? Yeah, because this website offers so many possibilities, sometimes it's hard to find your way around it, and Vitesse just sent me the password, so perhaps I should just look for him in the list of players. Also, some Maische was in this tournament, so let's have a look. CTD Arena, here it is. Let's see if the password is right. Still playing for another 1.5 hours, so let's try CTDbier. So I guess it's a lot about beer. I haven't drunk any, so this should be an advantage for me. Or not. Who knows? I will also put the link to the stream in case I start the game. Vergessiger plays against me. There you go. Goes berserk. Loses half of his time. I cannot really afford it because my PC is too slow, so I will just talk. And in that way, it's kind of berserk for me as well. Interesting opening, not very typical. White doesn't have any weak spots. Should develop this wing somehow. Perhaps I can go for 4 o'clock. Don't want to allow this, so better go. Yeah, my opponent plays berserk, so I should also not be too strict. Should give him a chance. Vergessiger. Is it better like this? Well, you should try and pronounce my name. See if that's easy. Vergessiger also listening to my stream at least. Will not tell him my plans. Well, at least he's listening, that's good. Okay, 4 o'clock, so move all my pieces to the right. It's almost like a previous game, but then instead of attack for white, it's rather 4 o'clock for me, but the same amount of pieces in there. Well, maybe not the same amount, but same ideas to keep them locked. Stops watching my stream. Well, that's fine. Now starts to regret his choice for going berserk because you lose some time and you will never get it back, especially in Fischer. This is killing. I get 3 bonus seconds every move, and that means I can play on in any endgame, whereas my opponent cannot. Game seems to develop nicely for me. Managed to develop pieces on this diagonal as well, which is, well, the main goal of going for the fork lock win. Now he says shit combination. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's a bit expensive. I will not do that. It's like this. This one in between here and there. Now white is the idea to take control of 27. Might be dangerous for him. Still does it. Well, already Berserk is dangerous for him, so this is a minor extra risk. That's the question. Will I go there or try to block him there? To go to the center looks very logical. Yeah, let's try it. It looked like the only move. If he plays 1722, he can still exchange 3 for 3. So I should not do that. Better idea is to play 812 because it prevents 38-32 because of 25-30. I should keep that idea. Perhaps while just playing 1-7. Yes. And now I can move to 36. Cannot change back because of the same combination. This looks like a forcing. Cannot play here because of 2 for 3. Has to go here actually, but then I can still go through. Looks like the cleanest way to win. Another idea is to just wait. Let's do that. Oh, what's... No, is this a combination? No, no. Perhaps my opponent thought I should go here. I thought it for a second as well. Forgetziger now says, oh. Well, that was good. Yes, I would have gone berserk if my computer would be able to handle this streaming and playing a bit better. Now I would just lose at least 5 seconds every move, maybe 3. So it's not very feasible to try. But it was a nice game anyway. see who's next. There are not that many players, so it might take a while. Arnie. Right, Arnie, good game. $31.26. Yes, rather. This might be the most interesting move for a flank game. I've had quite a few flank games, so try to stay in that mood for tonight. Might even transition to the Keller opening after 50-45, 16-21, or just in a regular Keller. Okay, doesn't go there. Let's just choose to develop quickly. Don't want to go to 27 too early because he might push me away. 37, 32. Wants to change. Well, $15.20 was stylish move. Well, let's go to close here, and then perhaps develop like this, develop like that. Figeziger asks whether I know where I got into, what kind of tournament this is. I have no clue. I'm just playing. See a lot of trash talking going on in the chat. Perhaps that's what he means, but I don't mind. Now, is there a combination after this move? I should check. Don't see. But I can, anyway, I can wait. Next move, try to move wide away from 29. Makes sense. Figeziger talking a lot in the chat. Don't know what it tells about him. What it says. He played quite well, but yeah. Indeed, going berserk was a bit too much. threatens with a king shot, perhaps. Bit expensive. Or not that expensive, actually. Only one piece. And this makes it even more of a bargain. Cheaper. Position already looked nice, of course. Because of good development, nice center position. See a comment from Maarten. The games looked like Schoolma Waterink. I guess he means my game against Simon a bit earlier. Indeed. I think opening was the same as Schoolma Waterink, the game he mentions. Because the game was in MTB Open tournament. Also ended in a victory for white. Here white takes my king, but yeah, one piece more from me. And I'm already threatening this piece as well, so big advantage. Build some columns. And actually there is a nice idea starting 24:30. To now move here and then make a small combination. Don't see how white can prevent that. Now this move is possible actually, but it doesn't see. And there's another king. Alright, GG. Have a look who my next opponent is. Don't see. I think all the players are playing, so I will take a small 10-minute break, after which I come back. So I can get some more energy. This is not what I imagined. Move this one away. Go here. 10 minutes, okay, from now. Alright, I'm back already. Let's continue. Password again. Guess I still have it. Hope they didn't change it. Actually reconnecting. We're starting to get a bit worried now. Did they change the password? Perhaps I should refresh, I don't know. I can go back. Previous page. Actually, everyone could read this password. What to do? What to do? If you have read it, you can join. If CTD doesn't want anyone to join any further, change the password. Well, they didn't have to give me the password. They did. Thank you. Next time I'll be a bit more careful with it. I could have actually guessed it. Well, I mean, when I think of CTDbier, first thing I think. Very nice boy. Very nice to meet you. Very nice to play against you. I hope it will be a very nice game as well. Well, since they allowed me into their arena, and I even accidentally typed password in screen. Everyone could read it. I feel like I should say some nice things about CTD because actually they're very nice guys. One of the, how to say, one of the, well, friends teams with, for example, the triple threat might be known to some people. Frederik Andriessen, Thijs Gerritsen, Nick Smijtink. Yeah, just 3 very nice friends. I guess a very nice boy would say. And since a few years, maybe since last year, they play in the same team. They play in the highest division of the Dutch league. And even though they're not playing for the top spots perhaps, they haven't shown much problems remaining in the league, so their team is quite tough. And as I can say, as a player from Heiken DTC, current champion, I'm always a bit worried when we have to go to Arnhem, because it's a young team. They get better every year. They fight hard. Have some creative players. Already mentioned Frederik Andriessen, but also Henk Grotenhuis and Harkel, who is one of the most interesting players in the Netherlands, I think. Dangerous for any player. I remember he beat Ron Heusens maybe once, maybe twice. He had a great game against Alexander Bolyakin, which miraculously ended in a draw. It was totally winning for Grotenhuis. And the big plus for CTD is that this year 2 of their players qualified for the Dutch Championship. So that's Henk Grotenhuis ten Harkel and Bart Terwel. Another strong player, I'd say. Back to the game. Quite interesting game, actually. Chegolev opening with this exchange to 36. I managed to lock black in the top corner. What can I say? Now I only need to lock this position. Should I go there? Doesn't seem bad. And fun fact, if you get to play against Arnhem in the Ereklasse and you play away, so at their base, we should always be aware there's not a starting time of regular 12 o'clock. It's always 12:30. Because in the room next to the playing room, apparently there is a kind of bongo drum lessons going on and well, that doesn't allow for a very good concentration. Although if I was them, I wouldn't mention it. Maybe even invite your opponents at 11:30. So they, with the bongo drums in the background, might be able to distract them. (1822). Now I can exchange a lot of pieces. 40-34 and 44-30. 40. Sorry. But yeah, might be more interesting to keep pieces on the board. And another fun fact is that, or a rather fun fact, observation, my personal observation, is that since it's such a friends team, they, well, also outside of drafts, they do a lot. And somehow I have the feeling that I see more posts of their club on Facebook, guys standing in the pub, than actually playing drafts. But yeah, might be misinterpretation. Right now they seem to be playing all of them here, but perhaps they're also in the drinking at the same time. Who knows? So black soon will have to go to... There's only 3 waiting moves, so we'll have to go to 20 8, but I don't have a lot of waiting moves either. This kind of development might make sense. Yeah, I wonder. But after this move, might be 15-20. Most extreme idea is to keep waiting. Another idea is to wait like this. And I don't have a lot of time anymore. Go extreme or go safe? Well, let's go extreme. Hard to calculate variance anyway. Actually, guys are saying in the chat that I should maybe turn off the sound of my desktop. Every time I make a move, there is this tuck. Cannot exchange to 33 because of 2 for 3. So it means I have to look over there, which is not too flexible, I should say. I can exchange here, but it also only helps black develop his pieces. What to do? Actually, it looks very bad now. I remember a combination by Francis Tolel in a similar position, but I don't remember how he got there. Quite curious now. $15.20, yeah, that looks good. And is this the final blow, or will I get back into the game? I don't know. Currently hoping. After this, what do I do? Do I have a 3 for 3? Three for 3 might be a nice idea. Kind of to play it a bit safe. Oh, I meant 38-33 actually. This is misclick. Any idea? Maybe like this. do have some idea here, but if he closes, what do I do? Oh, I can still go and then take to 10. Actually, by chance, I can play on. Super interesting game. But this doesn't look good for my opponent. Now I get 2 free hits. Have to be greedy. Take another piece. Yeah, the game was totally in black's hands, but absolutely let it slip. This endgame looks absolutely winning for me. 2 kings and 1 piece more. Of course, should be careful. Oh, I could have won fretting now to win some pieces. A bit messy now, but I got this king here. Whew! What a game. Very nice game. That looked absolutely hopeless for me. But then, yes, very nice boy says, I have been robbed of a very nice victory. Yes, absolutely the right play here, I think, to move to 33. It just looked so strong. I'm threatening actually here, so there's not much of choice. It's either this or that. This was an amazing move. Perhaps black could even win by just waiting. Don't know if white has any serious plan. I mean, if this is the only moves I can make, I start to doubt. Yeah, I guess this was too risky. Or especially this move, perhaps. It doesn't add much, so just might be a lost move. Well, very nice boy. More game, indeed. That was awesome, actually. Whew. Let's see if I can play a few more games. 40 minutes left in this CTD arena. I'm on fire. 3 wins in a row. See who my next opponent is. Might also be nice to just have a look at the game in order against Vergesiger. If I don't get a game in within 10 seconds, I'll just comment on that again. Smells nice, actually. Someone's baking poverties in my house, so lucky guy. Yeah, so here in order against Vergesiger. I have a sense whom they are by reading the chat, but let's have a look. I like this opening for black actually. After 33-28 there's always a question how to develop this wing, and 20-25 doesn't help white. Yeah, now white is developing, but it keeps having 26-27. Black does have this combination of 23-25, which is not can be dangerous for some shots using this fork. Some combinations giving this piece black has to take and white goes chuk chuk chuk. But on the other hand, if black can avoid those combinations, then this fork is just passive. It was mainly Chizhov who made this kind of game popular. 10-fold world champion. And yeah, similar scheme can arise after opening 32-28 and 20-25. Yeah, and as I said before, in that opening I always think how to get out of this game when you're playing white, because well, 27-21, it's quite desperate, it seems, but well, it is possible, because black has this composition of 23 and 25. It's hard to advance, and white just keeps this nice structure, the nice pyramid, as I like to call it, Drent's pyramid. Now it's broken, but perhaps it would have been interesting instead of this move just to wait 2 more moves as well, and then to have a look at 27, see if you can somehow benefit from this co-occupation of 23 and 25. But also this is kind of hard for black. Can exchange 23-28, might be the best move, but then again black would rather not do that, because it breaks his own center, of course. But the alternative 1-7, 42-48 or 43-48, it gives black another question. Perhaps 1-7, 42-38, and then advance to 28. And then the game becomes very tactical all of a sudden. Yeah, chooses for 1-7. Wonder what we're going to see here. Yeah, and actually the idea of 23-28 is to remove piece 23. It removes your own center, but then in return you get some freedom of play. After that you can freely develop your pieces here, then choose what to do, perhaps 1721 towards 22, and white keeps this passive fork. Black chooses another kind of waiting plan, 1722, 48, 42. Black has to make a move again. He really wants to maintain the pressure on white, not taking any changes. And here white should think wisely what to do. Indeed, it's perhaps a nice way of playing. First 228, the most logical move. I expect 1823. Cannot close because of 2329. He has to move a piece away from the center. That's always good for black. I still slightly prefer black's position because this fork is passive. I don't think this edge piece is weak. Only drawback for black's position is that one of these pieces should rather be in the center. But perhaps black can develop at some point, like this, 12, 18, 1923. Also the piece on 6 still needs to get a function. Perhaps it would have been an idea to play 6-11. And white would have to think about 27-22. Now threatens, so needs to play 12-18. The problem is now that it's not possible to play 6-11 anymore. The other hand, white's position is also a bit weak here. Still prefer black. Even retreating 17-21 is nice, because even if white takes with 26, next move will be 18-22, and white's position doesn't have any force. Doesn't have any power. (2024) most aggressive move. Threatens to go 2 for 2. White has to move with 34 indeed. And this gives actually black a hard temp. So 2024 might not have been the most perfect timing. Okay, 7-12. Allows 26-21, almost forces 26-21. But yeah, right now this co-occupation of these pieces is not that strong. Even 9-34 might have been a nice move. Now actually I wonder what follows after this? Well, maybe this is limiting black too much. Then the connection between these pieces is broken. It's piece on 6 and 26. This might be dangerous for white actually, because he cannot approach the center. And now it's time for this, because white cannot change anymore. The previous move he could. Ah, there is a nice combination. In the spirit of Ares de Heer. Which has a similar combination as in the fork positions. And yeah, very nicely spot by white. Ends up with 3 pieces only, so it's a big question whether it's a winning king, but should give at least some chances. This piece is going to king, however. And yeah, it might not be. Very promising. There has to stop. And then this move might be a nuisance. Okay, doesn't go there. 40-34 now. And then 6-11. This is already a threat. And after this move can also give to a come closer to the king. So I guess, yeah, it's a draw. This move. White can go here and then try to move with his pieces, but yeah, again 25-30 is annoying. Doesn't go there. No, maybe yes. Well, there might be some tricks for white. It's just better play. Interesting how this will end. Black doesn't go to king soon. Is there any shot? Maybe close it. Closing looked quite dangerous for black actually. But here also threatens, so it has to give and go. And it should be a draw. Goes immediately with also an immediate draw. Yes. I already told you guys that was a nice smell. Poffertjes it is tonight. Thanks to Elena, my private cook. Yeah, this 2 against 1 is a draw. Interesting game. Black had an edge, but then was surprised by a combination. I think here was the time to develop b6 perhaps. 6-11, 32-28, 11-16, and then approach. Alright, I'm still in the tournament. I'm looking for an opponent. Might be nice to play again against Fagazgar or in order. King Joffrey. I've played against him before. The game will try to go for semi-classics. 26, 20, yes, well. Yeah, this is a tough choice. This might be this, there, and there, and do you want to allow this? Rather no. This also rather. Well, let's play best move. This is how I know King Joffrey. Always some special openings, so to say. Let's see if he knows what's up here. 1823, yes. This move, this and this is possible, so I have to play here. Actually, I once had this. Usually this position would arise after 31-26, 16-21 opening. Short wing lock. Good for white. I played against this against King Joffrey before on late routes here, and actually I got beaten up pretty badly. Just got away with the draw. Let's try to do better now. That game I played at some point 42-37, where 41-37 was the better. So let's try to keep that in mind. Let's develop some pieces. Should keep an eye on this kind of combination. So 2025 actually have to make temp, but which one? 41-37 might, and then to the middles makes sense. It leaves a weak spot on 32. Of course, there is a question whether white can make use of that. Another idea is to go 38-28. 43-28. Maybe it's yeah. More safe idea, more reliable. Okay, 2-7 is possible. I will play to the center, 49-43. After this, he can take it, but just let it happen. Okay, I have to play rather centrally. Reminds me of the game I played against Simon a few days ago in the Simul. Yesterday, actually. Similar type of game, in which I was able to keep these squares open. Now I already occupied this one, maybe I should also occupy this one then. Well, no, doesn't make sense. Better just build. Okay, not to allow 510. Yeah. Now, perhaps 2 for 2 is a good option. Can also wait a bit. Yeah, I know you're waiting is fine. Can play like this, but might allow the black to close the position, which is a very sharp game. But if he's not able to close it, then that might be the best plan. It could have changed, but rather keep the position interesting. Keep the tension. And sometimes combination, not at this point. Should be careful here. After 50, 44, 13, 19, I don't see how I can. Why I can then play 27, 22. Which is a rather okay move. Most interesting is to go here at the moment. Also, that's also most dangerous. Go here, attacks, then 33, 28. What does this mean? Or even there's a direct combination. Kind of a heel kick. So let's still go for 13, 19, 17, 27, 22. Maybe wait one more move, because this is not possible anyway. I might actually wait like this and like this, then try to go there. 3, 9 keeps the same ideas. Next move should be there. 4-10 or 2-7 should weaken his position. Then even 29-23 should be possible. Yeah, it makes sense to try, but there, go there. To close. 8-13. Then 28-22. Possible. What about this? This 9-13. I go attack, attack, attack. Also possible. Should be. I think it's risky, but possible. All right. 13, 18. I can go like that. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Dangerous for black. Interesting is black looks for the corners here. Then might suddenly be unclear who is better. So I don't have a lot of time, so must be careful. 14, 20, 42, 28, 9, 14, 48, 42. And then black is to move. Of course, black taking a lot of risk with his floating position without any columns, but floating because no base pieces. But white's position is not very mobile, so to say. But it is strong, it has formations. 13, 18, okay. What can I do? Goes for 15, 20. It's interesting. Let's build. $24, $30. I expect this move all the time, but now it might be met by 17, 20. 25, 30 even. Attempts to play here. Let's go. And then go to straight through. Wondering what black planned here. Perhaps this one. Then here. But there's no threat. After this, should it be possible to play here? So what about the back change? I play 48, 42, 12, 18, I play in between. Okay, no threat. So let's go here. Now still has to play 9, 14. Perhaps I didn't play optimally there. I have to close this gap because of 17, 22. And black is kind of back in the game. Unclear. I can go, of course, to 14, but perhaps that's wise. After that I will change 35, 30 and occupy 24. Should be a nice run to king. Of course now I cannot because 14, 19, but if I just walk around here. Also should look for this move at some point. Now I cannot because of 13, 18. Now I can or not. Okay. Text I'll give away and go. I will have some problems making a king then. Very interesting game again. I'm not sure how this ends. Maybe tactical waiting move. Let's go. To make it harder for black to maintain his structure, sketching structure. There he has them. But now it may be hard. If I go to 5 on the next move. Yes. Should be possible. Okay. Takes my king. Now I have one piece more. Okay, takes backwards in order to change forward. Should also have a look at my time here. Too much. Also look out for any breakthrough there. I hope I got this flank covered now. Alright, change back. 3 against 4. Okay, I think I got this covered. The temp is just right for me. Still can go to 21 though. But doesn't. Alright. Looks like game over. Next move is to go to 33 regardless. Yes. Woo! A very nice game indeed. What happened there? A lot happened. Yeah, the short wing locks, of course, good for white, but King Joffrey already proved to know how to deal with that. And yeah, white doesn't have a lot of place to go to be right back. Yeah, so a lot had happened there. I can imagine that at some point position could be playable for black, perhaps by moving to the edge and finding a moment to play 13-19. Problem with this move is that usually there's such an idea. Maybe I can go to analysis. Still 6 minutes to go, so I guess people won't leave there. I think it's time to slowly stop for me, but I just want to show this idea because of all the white formations as possible with one piece more for white. Yeah, and it might be nice to just show how this computer analysis works. Click here, request a computer analysis, and it's called scan server analysis, and just he starts analyzing the moves, starting from the last moves. And slowly the graph here is generated. And this is just a basic analysis, and if you want to add a little bit of it, you can turn on scan here in the top corner by this switch and add your own moves. And this is a very nice tool in order to analyze your games you played online. If you want to play some serious games, then yeah, you can immediately analyze them. And I think that's one of the big pluses of lead drafts over any other draft site. Because then you would have to first download your games, open them in your favorite drafts program, and only then you can start analyzing. And here you can analyze right away. So the graph looks pretty interesting. It's a relatively long game, so it will take some time to generate. I can have a look in the meanwhile again. So already interesting, it shows here 0, which means a draw. It says 23-28 was the losing move, 7-12. Still a draw. It can be with these 4 against 3 positions, especially if black is quite active, that there's just no win for white. Also black has more temps than white, is relatively close to king. And here the computer prefers 44-40, just I guess because it doesn't allow for this switch to 4 against 3. Yeah, so as I thought, it was better for white all the time, and apparently this switch with 28-22 was also a right choice. Because, yeah, black is simply not able to stop this piece from going to king. And here was a mistake. Best move was 47-42. Yeah, just because it doesn't allow for this catching of the king, which happened after 10-5. Yeah, you can actually see here where the program is analyzing. Only 8 moves to go now. You can see just shortly after the opening it already gives a huge preference for white, because because this short wing lock is just, in practice you can play it. There are some chances, but your opponent always has to make a mistake. Right, going back to the CTD arena and going to quit. Actually, it's already quite late. Thank you all for watching. Thanks to CTD for letting me join their arena. It was very nice to play some games of a good level, I think. And to people who are watching, thanks for watching, and see you at the next stream. I think tonight's stream, after all, was quite interesting, playing against some people from Dominican Republic, then training game against Simon, and then joining this kind of club night from CTD.